You came across this question in your Jamb exam. How will you solve it? It is very easy. Now let's solve together. The question says, what volume, all right, of oxygen is produced from the decomposition of 2 moles of KClO3 at STP? This question is extremely very easy. Before we go ahead to solve any question in chemistry, it is important for us to understand the topic to which that question is from. And from the look of things, this question on the board is from a very important aspect in chemistry, and that aspect is simply called stoichiometry. I'm going to tell you the reason I said that this question is from this aspect of chemistry, and this aspect of chemistry is extremely very important. Now, how did I know? One of the reasons I knew that, oh, this question is from stoichiometry, we were given a reaction. Then when I see that, I'll just say, oh, this question is most likely going to be from the topic stoichiometry, and it's actually from the topic stoichiometry. And another reason I actually knew that this question is from stoichiometry, they are asking us to calculate for volume. Are you there? And all of these are the parameters that you see whenever you are studying the topic stoichiometry. I already have a full video lesson here on my channel that explains on every single concept under this topic from the scratch. So make sure you go watch my full video lesson on this aspect because it will help you greatly. But in the course of this lesson, I'm still going to make sure that you understand properly everything you must know on solving questions on stoichiometry, and as well as specifically this question, because at the end of solving this question, I'm going to give you all practice questions so you solve and provide the answer in the comment section. So watch carefully. Moving further, listen carefully. Let me read the question again. The question says, what volume? Wow, we are asked to calculate for volume. Listen carefully. Actually, when solving questions on stoichiometry, it is not only volume you can be asked to calculate for. You can be asked to calculate for parameters like, listen, you can be asked to calculate for parameters like what we call mass. So this place you are seeing what volume can also be what mass. Are you there? Not just what volume, but all that matters here is that solving questions on stoichiometry follows the same approach. So if you can calculate for what volume, definitely you can calculate for what mass. So just listen carefully. Another parameter you can be asked to calculate for can also be what we call concentration. So just listen. In the course of this lesson, I'm going to explain all what you need. So this place that we're having what volume can also be what concentration. So what you have to just know here, leave this part first. I know at the end of the question, we are going to calculate for volume. All of the options are all expressed in volume. You can see all of them ended with dm cube because that's a unit for measuring what volume. But listen carefully because there's something I have to tell you that is very, very important. All right. So what volume of what? Oxygen. When you hear that, because in other questions you'll be solving, there may be any other elements or compound, but listen, they said, what volume of oxygen? When you see that, or when you see any element at all in any question, you go back to your reaction and look for that element or compound you just read. So if you observe, I said, what volume of oxygen? Then I go back to my reaction and search for oxygen. And from the look of things, I have seen oxygen. I've seen where oxygen appeared and it was here. So when you see oxygen, you highlight oxygen, which I've done, then you progress. Because at the end of solving this question, I'm going to tell you some things you should note whenever you're solving questions on that aspect, so it won't be difficult for you at all. Moving further, they said, what volume of oxygen, I've highlighted oxygen, is produced from the decomposition of 2 moles, all right, we'll use that number, but just hold on, 2 moles of KClO3. I saw another substance. You know, in this case, this is a compound whereby oxygen is an element, all right, anyone that comes. But insofar you saw another substance, you know, substance can be either elements or compound, you see highlight it, all right. So I'm seeing KClO3, then I have to go back to my reaction to look for KClO3. And from the look of things, this is KClO3. Are you there? Now, moving further, there is something also I have to tell you that is extremely very vital under this aspect of chemistry, which is called stoichiometry. Whenever you're solving questions on stoichiometry, you relate two things. How many things do you relate? Two things. You can see at the end of reading this question, we've actually highlighted two things out. So those two things will bring them down and relate them together. This is what I mean. So I'm going to rewrite these two guys down the way they are in the reaction given to us, all right? So this is the reaction 2KClO3. I'm writing it down. So give me 3O2.
To have more understanding about chemistry calculations and solving all of this type of questions, I already have them on the chemistry masterpiece, okay, which is calculations and keynotes in chemistry. So if you are preparing to write the Jamb exam, this book is very, very important for you. Now, for more information getting the chemistry masterpiece, do well to direct message me via my WhatsApp number. It will be on the screen.
Moving further, the next thing to do is this: listen. You then write out down the numbers that are found in their fronts, all right? These numbers are called mole ratio. So for KClO3, what's the number standing in front of KClO3 is 2. I'm going to write it down, but I'll add 2 moles to it. So here it becomes 2 moles of KClO3 to give me, for oxygen, what was the number standing in front of the 3? Then I'm going to write 3 moles of what? Oxygen. Just listen carefully. Moving further, out of the two, substance you are relating, the question always will give you parameter for one. Because if they give you parameter for one, you use that parameter to get for the other that you were not given. This question is simple. Remember, we're looking for volume of oxygen. So automatically, if you read the question carefully, you see that in the question also, they gave us 2 moles of this compound. Are you there? So you bring it down. Please don't get confused. It's just a coincidence that here was 2 moles and the value given to us is 2 moles. Here can be any number. So just follow instructions. All these things are very simple. 2 moles then gives us what? Were we giving anything for oxygen? No, we were not. We are looking for oxygen because for we to actually get anything for oxygen, we need the moles of oxygen. That is why I call mole the basic unit of this topic. Our cell is the basic unit of life. Without cell, life cannot exist. So without us getting mole, we cannot get any other parameter, be it volume, be it mass, be it concentration. So here become X mole. We are looking for the moles of what? Oxygen gas. So listen carefully. So what do? I then cross multiply. So what becomes X mole of oxygen gas is going to be what? 2 times 3. Please don't get confused about this 2. Here was this 2 moles is this one. It can be anything. All right. So 2 moles times 3 divided by 2 moles. So 2 times 3, that's 6. So 6 divided by 2, that's 3 moles as well. So for oxygen gas, we are having 3 moles. So here is actually 3 moles. 3 moles of which gas? Oxygen what? Gas. Just follow instructions. All these things are very simple. Are we done solving? No, we are not. The question did not ask us to get mole. The question asked us to get volume. So that is why you have to have a proper knowledge on the topic stoichiometry. We already have a full video lesson that explains on everything you have to know about the topic alongside with all the formulas, because in solving questions on stoichiometry there are 5 basic formulas you should know, all right? But there is a formula that relates moles and volume at STP. There is a formula that relates all of these parameters, because I also heard STP in this question, and STP means standard temperature and pressure. So you can be asked, what's the formula that relates numbers of moles and volume at STP? What will you say, or what will you do? Simple, and I'm going to tell you, because there are extra 4 formulas you should know. All right, I'm going to just write out 1 out of the 5. So listen carefully. Okay, guys. So here is the formula that relates number of moles, because actually this N signifies what we call number of what? Moles. Just follow instructions. They're all very easy. So N, there's a formula that relates number of moles and as well as volume at STP. Are you there? So what is it? It is number of moles is equal to volume at STP, which is standard temperature and pressure, divided by 22.4 dm cube. For sure, the volume will be in dm cube as well. So this is the formula that relates, volume and number of moles. Because in this question, we already have the number of moles and they're asking us to get volume. So what do we do next? Very simple. We make volume subject of formula, all right? Because that's what the question says we should do. When we make volume subject of formula, it's going to be what now? Volume, all right, will not be equal to what now? Number of moles times this. You understand now? We are cross multiplying, so it can be number of moles times what now? 22.4 dm cube. So we're having volume will now be equal to what? Number of moles, which is what moles? 3 moles times 22.4 dm cube. What becomes the answer to the question? Let's press our calculator. 3 times 22.4, that is 67.2. Wow. So I had the volume of oxygen gas to be 67.2 dm cube for sure. You can see the volume here is in dm cube. So basically, the answer to this question becomes 67.2, and the answer to this question is option D. So you can see how questions under this aspect are being solved. Even if you are asked to get for maths, it is the same approach. All what you need is to know the formula to solve questions under stoichiometry, which I already have on my full video lesson. So make sure you go watch that video lesson, all right? And as well, get ready for your own practice question. Okay, guys, get ready for your own practice question. Here is your question, and the question says, what volume of, now in this case, is going to change from oxygen to CO2, carbon dioxide, is produced from the decomposition. Decomposition means breaking down, 5 moles of CaCO3 at STP. Alright, this question is extremely simple. Let me write out the reaction you need. So CaCO3, when it undergoes decomposition, when we break it down, we get something like CaO plus what? CO2. The reaction is balanced. We don't have to balance anything. It's actually balanced. So solve based on this reaction.
Alright guys, now don't get confused because it's very simple. You can see in this reaction it is balanced and we have no numbers written in front of them. So when you see a compound or an element that there is no number written in front of it, and definitely the reaction is balanced from the look of things, then if there is no number, you take it to be 1. There is like an invisible one that we cannot see, but there is 1 there. So take note of that whenever you say reaction and is balanced, and then you want to use the mole ratio to solve a question and there is nothing there, definitely there is 1, but it is invisible. I believe you understand what I'm saying. So all this must be noted,
and most importantly, follow instructions. All right, what I did to solve the initial question, do the same and solve this question. It's very simple. Do the same and solve this question on board. It is very simple and it's not difficult. So at the end of watching this lesson, make sure you go watch my full video lesson on this topic, stoichiometry.